Hi everyone, my name is Donna Edwards and I work in the training and certification team for AWS. I'm really excited today to talk to you about the AWS SheBuilds CloudU Cloud Practitioner program for women. So I'm really just going to talk you through a little bit of what this program is, set some expectations and run you through the schedule today. So CloudU really was created to create a flexible way of learning so that you could pick and choose when was suitable for you to learn and to study. But it was to create a community so that we could all study together and really make studying a little bit more motivating and fun, because we all know that studying on our own can be a little bit boring and unmotivating. But also creating a lot of support frameworks. So AWS architects and mentors that can help you on your journey, and also peer-to-peer, helping each other and supporting each other as well. And finally, if all goes well, then at the end of the program, you'd be ready to sit your exam, sit your Cloud Practitioner exam and get a globally recognized professional qualification, which does look pretty good on the CV. And so we really wanted to create a program dedicated for women to support each other, help each other, be mentored by quite a lot of women. I think out of the program, the mentors in our program, 80% are women, which is really awesome to get to see her be her and see all these fantastic architects mentoring you across this program. We also do a Women in Tech panel event throughout the program. And really just provide this really nice structure and framework to make learning fun and supportive. And I don't want you to just take my word for it of how great I think the program is. This is some of the feedback that came through from previous participants, and you'll see they really call out the community aspect, having a structure and a robust curriculum they can work through, but the social aspect, getting to meet and develop your network of awesome women, across the country, and learning with a group and bouncing ideas off each other. So there's lots of really great feedback that comes through constantly. And if you add me on LinkedIn, you'll see plenty of them on my profile as people add their experiences and tag me, which is really rewarding. And why are you doing this today? Why should you care? Why should you be involved? Well, congratulations on doing the first step already and having a look at our registration page and landing page and being interested. There is such a shortage of IT skills and cloud skills in the current market, and it's only getting worse and worse and worse every year. So it's a really amazing opportunity to look at pivoting your career or adding skills to your career development, because every role, in 5 to 10 years time, every single role is going to be a tech role, but they all have a lot of different flavors. Not everybody is a coder. There's a lot of roles that are still tech roles that require cloud skills that don't involve that. So although, I have some amazing women friends who are developers and they absolutely love it. So the world is your oyster, but this is a really great first step to getting on that journey. So I applaud you for getting started. Now, this is a bit of a snapshot of the schedule. Now, these dates, don't pay attention to the dates because they are slightly different for every program. The best source of truth is that you can download the schedule from the registration page where you're currently at, and that will have all of the dates for the program. So you can have a look and make sure that the schedule works for you. But this is just for me to really run you through the framework. So we start the framework off with a launch event, and that's so that we can run through the dates, set expectations, generate a bit of excitement, make sure that everybody knows what to do and where to go. Then we have a bit of a 101 training session, so a 2-hour session, which is completely optional, but this is a really nice kind of foundation, and it talks at a high level around what the cloud is, how it impacts your customers, how it impacts your business, how it impacts the community and life, and it just gives you a really nice overview. So if you can attend that 2-hour session, I generally would recommend it. Then we kick off our digital modules. So each week we've mapped out which modules to do to make it really easy for you. Don't freak out if you fall a bit behind one week, you can catch up the next week. And then we supplement that with our online Q&A sessions. So each week there's a 30-minute session with a solution architect or a trainer, and they will answer any questions that you've got about the modules. So it might be that you want it explained in a different way, or it might be that you want an example of how it works, in real life. but these mentoring sessions are fantastic. Once again, they're all optional. We then will do a couple of exam preparation sessions to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident of what to expect in the exam. We also run through some practice questions, which is good fun. And then, of course, we celebrate with a graduation event where we have some prizes and we have a lot of fun. So that's a bit of a snapshot of what the framework looks like. Some of the frequently asked questions are about the length of the program. So the program is, it's 6 weeks of modules, but then generally speaking, people need another 2 to 3 weeks of either exam preparation time or time to just book their exam and prepare. There isn't any prerequisite knowledge at all for joining this Cloud Practitioner program. So you don't need to have tech experience, you don't need to have AWS experience. This is open for everybody, and we really aim to take you from zero right through to feeling confident about talking to what the cloud is and what's involved. If you already have some IT experience or some cloud experience, you're still welcome to do this program if you're trying to get certified. It'll absolutely help you on that confidence journey to get your certification. If you have deep technical experience already, I'd probably recommend you go straight into our Solution Architect program, which we have available as well in this format. You don't need to attend every event. People can go all the way through this program just by using the Slack channel for Q&A and the digital modules and sit the exam at the end and pass. So all of the events are really created to support you and to help you on that journey, but it's completely optional and up to you. The sessions do get recorded, so the only sessions that don't are our formal trainer-led WebEx sessions, which is the first Cloud 101 session at the beginning, that 2-hour session, and one of the exam readiness sessions at the end. Everything else is recorded and posted on the Slack channel, and we will have substitute available for those 2 WebEx sessions. So no need to stress if you miss something. All of the events are remote, yes, with people joining from all over the country. It's important that we are inclusive and have everything remote. And obviously with the new world of COVID, it is easier to keep things virtual as well. The digital modules and material are accessible forever. So AWS.training is where we host the Cloud Practitioner modules. So they are always available for you. The materials that we post on the Slack channel, we leave that Slack channel open. We do make it private so that nobody new can join, but we keep that channel open so that you can keep asking questions and keep accessing the material if it takes you a little longer to get your certification. The time zones are specified on the schedule, so just double check on the schedule. Most of our programs are Australian Eastern Standard Time or Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time when daylight savings kicks in. But we do also run some specific programs for New Zealand and for other places as well, and they'll be dedicated to those time zones. So just double check the schedule and the registration page that you are currently on, and it will have all of that information. Communication and collaboration platforms, the key ones we use are Chime. So we use Chime for our Q&A sessions, and we use the Slack channel for all of the Q&A. Like I said, WebEx gets used for just a couple of the key events that the trainers run, but everything else is generally on Chime and Slack. Now, some enterprise organizations don't allow Slack, so they block Slack from their network. Don't stress if that's you. You can still access Slack on your phone, on your mobile device, and on your home network. You don't need to access it on a day-to-day, everyday basis. So yeah, don't stress if that is the case. But Slack is what we use for all of the communication and resource sharing. So we'll post like I said, we'll post the recordings on there. We'll pin any of the documents that we want to share on there. If you have a question, it's always the best first place to go to. One, because if you have the question, I promise you someone else will have the question, and then we can share the answers with everyone. But 2, you may find that your peers will answer the question before the mentors even get to it. So it's really a great place for everybody to support each other and to collaborate together. You don't have to sit the exam at the end of the program, but of course you'll have studied and gone through all of this effort. So we highly recommend that you do. And it's our job to try and make you feel confident and supported so that you're ready to sit that exam at the end of the program. Booking the exam will send very specific booking instructions. It's relatively easy to do, and we'll send those instructions out and post them on the Slack channel. Each of our programs are slightly different. The program itself does not cost anything. Exams for this program, the Cloud Practitioner exam, is $100 US. However, we do have program sponsors who do sponsor quite a few of our SheBuilds programs. Accenture and Deloitte are two examples of partners who like to sponsor, and in which case the exam vouchers would be provided to you for free. But just check the landing page and the registration page for this particular, whatever program you're on right now, and that will specify whether there are any costs or whether the vouchers are included in the program. Who do you contact? We have an email address, awscloudu@amazon.com. I'll say that again, awscloudu@amazon.com is the go-to email address. There will also be a contact us form on this page that you can ping directly as well. And importantly, how much time to invest. So time-wise, we recommend 1 to 2 hours per week. And this is for the digital modules and the online Q&A session, the 30-minute Q&A. And what we find though is the less you do in the first 5 weeks when you're doing those modules, the more extra exam prep time you'll need. So with the modules, there's sometimes, a lot of the time, there's some extra reading that's recommended as part of the modules. If you don't do that reading, which you don't have to do, but you generally get to the end, and then when you're prepping for the exam, you go, oh, I really need to read those white papers or those FAQs and brush up on some of these services. So all up, it's, you know, I would budget in 1 to 2 hours over those weeks. The exam prep sessions and extra resources, once again, everybody's different there. So after you get through that first 5 weeks, I would say you probably want to spend at least 2 hours a week, maybe 3, just for those last couple of weeks when you're doing the exam preparation, mostly because the practice exams are quite time consuming. But reach out for help and motivation. We're all doing this together. We're all on the same journey and we all want each other to succeed. So the benefit of this program is that you can reach out for support anytime. So what do you do next? If you haven't registered already, then register for this program. You're already on the landing page. Within 2 weeks prior to the start date, we'll make sure that you've got an email with all the links and all the instructions of how to access things and what to do. The first thing that you do is you'll join Slack and you'll say hello and get to meet all your fellow participants. And then you'll follow the instructions, which we give you very clear step-by-step instructions to access the digital modules on aws.training. And then pop in your diary the launch event, and we will see you at the launch event where we'll talk through what's going to happen and get everybody excited and get to meet each other. And most importantly, have fun along the way. So really big thank you for joining us today. Can't wait to see you on the program. So sign up and I will see you soon. Bye.